All right, we are parked on the driveway that leads into the cleared site on the property. Other than that driveway and the cleared site, the property is basically all heavily wooded. You're gonna have some gorgeous trees out here. This is the 5 acres that borders RA Highway. We're looking west, that's RA Highway right there. We're looking at the property where it borders the highway. Now we've panned southerly. Highway 60 is just out of sight in the distance there. It's not far at all. And all those trees you see right there, those are going to be on the property. So the property does border RA Highway along its entire west side. There was no approach. We've never seen any kind of approach where you could pull off the highway. So the access that we've always used is the easement road that comes in from the other side of the property, and that's what we're looking at there. The easement road basically follows the power line in, and it comes off of what's called Old Highway 60, which is to the east of the property. And this will all make a lot more sense when you look at the listing page and kind of see the maps and the layouts. It's really pretty simple. You can see the easement road has a couple curves in it, and then that's actually Old Highway 60, that paved road that you see right there. And that'll run southerly for a few hundred yards, and there's Highway 60, the actual Highway 60. So from Highway 60, you go north onto Old Highway 60, go a few hundred yards, and then go west or left onto that gravel or dirt easement road. And there's the property right there. You can see the white Tahoe parked right at the start of the driveway, and the cleared straight line is it's the power line, and it's the road easement as well to access the property. So could you put an approach in off of the paved road off of RA Highway? Because it's a state road, you'd have to talk to the state highway department about that. There would be some expense involved, but it certainly could be more convenient than coming in from the other direction. There you can see the site that was cleared on the property that was basically just to have a nice spot to either camp or build or whatnot. There's actually some really nice timber on this property. This was part of a group of properties that we purchased over 20 years ago. And we had saved this particular tract for a while, then we had leased it out for a while, and now we've decided to go ahead and put it on the market. And it had mature timber on it when we purchased the property, which, as we mentioned, was about 20 years ago. So there's mature timber plus another 20 years worth of growth. Kind of circling the property. The topography is great. The property lays really nicely. The area is phenomenal. This was a popular area when we purchased these tracts, and it's even more popular now. This is the only property that we have left here. By the way, I don't even know if I mentioned it. Obviously, it has power. You saw the power line. There's a phone line there as well, so your phone is available. And the big plus in a lot of people's mind, there is a water line. So the rural water line runs along RA Highway, and it runs along the east side. So it actually runs directly over the west side of the property. So if you wanted to hook up to the rural water, you could do that. You just call up the water company, and they will come and put the meter in or the tap in or whatever they do. There is some expense for that. You could ask them what the cost is. The last time we checked was several years ago, and I believe it was $500 or $800 for them to install the meter on the line and get you set up with that. So that's a pretty good deal. Okay, so now we're headed down the driveway. We're still flying the drone and dodging the trees and the limbs. There's someone skillful using the drone here. And then there's the little cleared area. So the area was cleared by our guys probably, I don't know, around 10 years ago. And they kind of created it without going too big, because they wanted to keep it kind of nice and smaller and private. But look at the mature timber all around that cleared site. And it could be that the person who was leasing this was mowing that site. I'm not sure about that. Big timber, mostly hardwood trees out here. Red oak, white oak, some black walnut, chestnut trees, hickory trees. Gorgeous. So a pretty special property. I mean, it's right basically in between the two towns of Willow Springs, Missouri and Mountain View, Missouri. There is a Mountain View, Arkansas, but this is Mountain View, Missouri. So it would be about 15 miles north of West Plains, Missouri, or about an hour and a half east of Springfield, Missouri. The property's mostly level. The topo map shows that as well. I believe there's a spot, if you go past the cleared site, keep walking past that, it kind of gently slopes down and then back up. But I mean, this is just a very, very usable property. It is extremely rare for us to have something that has so many things going for it like this property does. Oh, that's the end of our video. So InstantAcres.com. Please head to our website. You can check the availability. You can see all the details on the price and the terms, and we'll have maps, we'll have other videos, we'll have tons of information, and you can certainly give us a call in the office, or you can email us as well. But generally your first stop would be our website at InstantAcres.com. This property is the 5 acres on RA Highway. You would see it in the under 10 acre category. And if you have any questions, just let us know. We would love to talk to you about this property if it's still available.